All right, kids, now how about we do some scripture readings from the Book of Mormon?
The pod.
A great price.
The pod.
A great price.
Baby, give it to me sweetly.
Give it to me sweetly. Oh, summer's on its way out now.
It's officially on its way out, dude. It's like, you know what? I've had a great time. Sorry for making you sweat so much.
It's been a hot one. But now we have just entering to, I guess, autumn or the fall.
Autumn.
Starting off with a little
Autumn.
cross-Atlantic
Yeah.
education.
It's officially September. I mean, it's been September for about a week now, I suppose. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I think this fall is gonna be a good one. I feel it in my bones. I'm starting to feel orange. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely orange orange, nice browns, kind of wood, cedar wood,
tones.
particularly.
I'm feeling earth tone right now. It's starting to get
just the smell of.
it's
Do
just
you
great.
smell it?
Oh, I do. Yeah, it's an aphrodisiac. Yeah,
Yeah,
it gets
it
me going.
smells so good. So it's
like
nice
eating
to
oysters with my nose.
Yeah. But- so we're entering into a new season, I guess.
Yeah.
Quite fitting. I'm looking forward to it being, the winter months by the fire. Christmas is on its way.
It is.
We'll have some.
It is more cozy.
It's
a more
definitely cozy
vibe. And so,
it's very, very cozy.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do here at the Pot of Great Price. And so if this is your first episode, welcome. If you don't know, now you do. I'm an American former polygamous Mormon reading the Book of Mormon for the very first time to my friend across the pond,
Fraser McMahon, who's an atheist, always has been, I think always will be, if I'm being honest.
So it's not budging so far. You're still, I remember you saying it's been swayed a little bit previous to some chapters, and so I just want to make sure where's the weeble, where's the wobble at this point.
I probably wouldn't say, it's more, a couple of episodes ago I was mentioning how it's putting a bit of a pep in my step.
Yeah, that's right.
In that way, it's made me a little bit more peppy.
Okay.
I have been eating hella Rice Krispie squares.
That's
loads.
good. No,
And do you know what was really weird? I think it was the end of last week. I didn't tell you about this. I think last week when we finished recording, I went over to my mate Keith's, who obviously he just lives around the corner from me.
Yep.
And as I was leaving, he was like, "You want to take this?" We made them over the weekend, and him and his roommate Bert had made homemade Rice Krispie squares, and it was literally you and I just finished recording, and it was just like,
that's sweet.
it is sweet.
Meant
But
to
then
be.
again, Rice Krispie squares, you can't. It is funny how Mormons have kind of claimed them. It's kind of, to me, it might be just for me, but for me, Rice Krispie squares are like a Mormon, a staple Mormon treat.
Yeah, it's not so much of it. It's, I mean, they're everywhere, right? Everybody knows what Rice
They
Krispies,
are.
treats and stuff. But I feel like Mormons have, you're right, have kind of taken a little bit more of a sense of ownership of them, just as a culture specifically. Like it's
I
a
can't even
bigger
think
thing
where it
for
would have
Mormons
come from.
than
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think like where it came from, where it started. I don't know why. It's just, it's so
It's a scape
embedded
thing.
in the...
maybe the original recipe for Rice Krispie squares can only be found with the Liahona.
Lihona. Yeah. So, So we've on quite a journey. Obviously, we've got last episode as well. Obviously, we were joined by Chris's brother.
Yep. Jake was on. It was great.
Not his real name there, but Jake.
It is his real name.
Is his real name.
It's just
it's
not
a whole thing. We'll
right.
get to it.
Well,
We're keeping the spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he was on the- last week.
We've learned a lot. The family, they're on their way. They're on an adventure. They got the Lihona, which is this magic ball that guides them to where they want to be, much like the compass from Pirates of the Caribbean, where
Correct.
it shows you in the direction of the thing you want most.
Yes.
Kind of works in the same rules as that. Last episode got very, very sexy. Very, very sexy.
Yeah, there was a lot of bondage, and there was something that was mentioned last week, and it became the title of the pod for that episode. Plenty of suck.
Yeah. That was weird. Plenty.
There was a lot.
Plenty. Yeah, there was
Copious
there was
amounts.
enough.
And it was only because they were eating raw meat, which could provide plenty of suck for. You know, it was a sexy app, and it was also
It
the
was a
longest.
sexy app. It was a sexy app. Bondage was mentioned not once. It was mentioned twice in the same verse.
Yes.
Okay. Nephi was he was horny that day. He was
Something
horny.
was-
There was something on his mind
Something
that
was on
wasn't
his mind.
just killing.
Yeah. But
No.
yeah, so it was
Yeah.
also the longest chapter we've had so far
Was.
in the endeavor that we've undertaken, so to speak. And it was a doozy. Glad you guys joined us. It was a great time. I'm about ready to get going here. How are you feeling?
Well, just before we get going, Chris, another little thing to this little podcast, this thing that we're doing. We've
Have
had a lot
another?
of fun. Obviously, we're just talking about our guests, but there's something else amazing that keeps happening.
You have another
but
one,
we've had a
dude.
couple of weeks. Huh?
You have another one. You have another.
Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks. We hadn't heard them. For the last couple of weeks, we hadn't, I was like, oh, okay, maybe we're a
You know
trend.
what? I was sitting here. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be. I am counting my lucky stars of the ones that we have received. Like we had the spirit. Wait, what was? Hold on. Where did the fire go? Oh. Oh, okay. Whew.
Right. Sorry. I had to light a new
Sorry,
fire.
the fire went out.
It extinguished. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell was going on with it.
Yeah. No. So sorry. What I was saying was
Yeah.
that we didn't receive a few fan videos, and that was okay. I didn't think that was. I wasn't upset by it because I was like, look at you go down the list of the people that we've already had people reach out to us.
Yeah.
It's a great lineup. It's an all-star team. And so when it didn't happen, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the stint, and that's okay. I am so grateful that we had already got what we have. So
We
I wasn't-
kind of
I wasn't
had
put off.
such an immediate, from Donny Osmond. We started off, very, very high. And then eventually it just kind of got to Donald Trump and then the spirit of Brigham Young, which, again, it was kind of like,
How-
I don't even know how we beat it. So
He has our
I'm
email.
not sure if we ever will beat that. But we do want to put a message out there to our famous fans that
Yes.
don't be shy. Don't be shy. No, we still want to hear. We still are huge fans of you. And same as this one. So this one, yeah, we do have another famous Mormon who's fan of a show. Sent us a little clip. Now, Chris, you can have a little guess if you want.
I do
but
like
I
guessing.
will say this is someone who, very much, very, very big fan of his work. I had no idea was a Mormon, so it's did not know they were Mormon.
Brendan Urie.
No, but Brandon Urie, look at him.
He looks like he could be Mormon.
Oh, yeah, you'd be a
He's
great
great.
Elder Price.
He's so good.
So good.
Okay.
Not Brandon Urie.
Okay. All right. I've said David Archuleta in the past, but you already knew that he was Mormon,
Yeah.
so that doesn't count. Michael
So-
B. Jordan.
Is he a Mormon?
No, that was just a guess.
Right. Okay. Okay. This person, I'll narrow it down for you.
Okay.
This person played a Batman villain. It's not Heath Ledger,
Batman villain.
unfortunately. Is someone has played a Batman villain.
Anne Hathaway.
No. It's a male.
Male. Paul Dano.
No.
Colin
it's
Farrell.
a person. No, it's a person who played a villain in the same film as Heath Ledger.
The guy who plays Harvey Dent.
we got sent a message from Aaron Eckhart. I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
No way!
Yeah, I know.
Oh
like,
my
again,
God!
huge fans. Look
Yeah.
at us. Look at our age. We're white guys. We fucking love The Dark Knight.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
And yeah, we've been sent a message from Aaron Eckhart,
Okay.
aka the actor who played Two-Face.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look.
Hello, Fraser and Chris. This is Eric Eckhart, a Two-Face from the Dark Knight. Most people don't know this, but I'm a Mormon. Just wanted to send you a message and say how big fan I am of you.
Do it, Aaron.
Oh, that is so cool, man.
That is cool.
I can't believe
How cool is that, honestly?
that was wow. First off, I thought that he was Dunsky. I thought he was gone, taken away from us too soon. But the thing that I loved about his character, was that he has one of the hardest lines in all of superhero films.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Musical.
Right? That's
Brilliant line.
That's amazing. And to have him reach out and say that he's a big fan, it's like that goes hard. That goes hard.
It goes hard. It goes hard. Yeah. No. And again, you really don't know who's Mormon. I didn't know.
I will say this. You never know who's Mormon. You never know who could be connected to Mormonism.
Yeah.
But I will say, though, Mormons can smell other Mormons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something in the air. I mean, most often you can kind of be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I think they're a member of the church. I think like they definitely just barely got done cleaning the chapel this last Sunday. Like that kind of thing. So,
I think he got great jawline.
It's still working out perfectly. I can still, hear him say those words. And that is just absolutely incredible. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Great Harvey Dent. The pinnacle Harvey Dent, in my opinion. I mean,
Pretty good.
Don't get me wrong.
To beat Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee, but also, dude, Lando Calrissian. Was it Billy Williams?
Donald
the dude
Glover?
who played Lando. No. OG Lando.
Oh, Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams, because Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent in first Batman.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
That's
Yeah, he
right.
wasn't Two-Face yet.
He wasn't
But
Two-Face.
he was a good Harvey Dent.
He was a great Harvey Dent.
Good Harvey Dent.
That's right. I forgot about that. Well,
But-
I mean, Eric's was the best for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got to show it off with the whole look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I mean, the makeup too. I mean, like, we know that he's playing a character, right? So like, you could see in the video, you could probably like go back and watch it. Like the other half of his face, it looks like exactly from the Dark Knight. Like that
half
was
of his
so
face.
cool.
Yeah, you'll probably notice again if you're
Yeah.
really looking out for it. Half his face is something different.
Yeah,
It's
It's
his
so
face,
crazy.
and then
Like-
it's like a burnt, distorted face.
You could see like
Yeah,
his, the other like musculature and the inside and stuff. It looked identical to what it was in
Yeah.
the Nolan film. That's so
So-
crazy. That is
I know,
amazing.
I know. Well, again,
Aren't we
thank you
lucky?
very much, Aaron.
Thank you,
We
Eric.
appreciate it.
I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Wow, we are just how lucky are we, dude?
We're so lucky.
We're
We're
so
so
lucky.
lucky. Unlike the family.
Well, don't speak so soon, Fraser, because it looks as though luck might be going in our family's favor.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and
Finally.
let's
Are
go
we
ahead and
getting a
pull up.
good? Are we having? Is Charlie finding the
Let's-
golden ticket?
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I do want to let you know that things are going to be working out pretty well for some folks. So let's go ahead and
Let's
share
go.
the screen here. So like we referenced, the family has been instructed to build the ship. Right? Nephi is asked by God to make this happen. We spent a lot of time talking about all that stuff last week, but now it's time for chapter 8.
A lot of time last week talking about that.
All right,
A lot.
I'm ready to rock and roll. How are you feeling?
I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
All righty. First Nephi, chapter 18. The ship is finished. The births of Jacob and Joseph are mentioned. The company embarks for the Promised Land. The sons of Ishmael and their wives join in revelry and rebellion. Nephi is bound, and the ship is driven back by a terrible tempest. Nephi is freed, and by his prayer the storm ceases. The people arrive in the Promised Land. About 591 to 589 BC.
Okay, so two things. The Promised Land.
The Promised
and
Land.
The Promised Land. That was 1 and 2. Jacob and Joseph. Okay, so we got the first babies, the first seeds.
Post embarking from Jerusalem babies. Post Jerusalem baby.
Ooh, our first nomad babies.
First nomad baby.
No.
No. I'll let you. You got it. You got it. I believe in you. Come on, you can do it.
No bees. No bees.
Nobies.
Yeah.
That you're gonna stick with nobies.
No.
Phrase. You can do better than nobies. Okay, nomad baby. What would you call a nomad baby? It doesn't have to be a combination of those two words. It could be something different. You're a British
nomad
person. You
baby.
can come up with nicknames. Come on. Stick up for your country here, Phrase. Come on. England's reputation for nicknames is riding on you right now.
I'd call him.
Oh, I got one for you.
No bees. No.
I got one for you.
bees.
Dirty nappy.
No nappy. But a nappy's already a thing.
Dirty nappy.
All right, they're nail nappies. All right, nappies. They're little nappies. Fucking. God, that was.
Sorry.
There's so much pressure.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fun. I was like, is there an obvious thing I'm not picking up? And I was like, am I insane?
Well, I think you did all right. That was pretty good. Okay.
I tried.
We have them embarking to the Promised Land. They are setting forth, shoving off, and they're hopping on and skedaddling.
Yep. We're on an adventure and we have babies, so we have to. I guess we're gonna find out the lineage, right? Because it probably.
Yes.
I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna tell us. Looking forward to seeing whose seed they are.
Okay. Yeah. And so
Right now, can I have a guess? Because we haven't seen yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I think one is gonna be. I think Jacob's probably gonna be the seed of Laman.
Okay.
And I think Joseph's gonna be the seed of Nephi.
So Jacob comes from Nephi. Joseph comes from Laman.
I've got a feeling that they're not brothers. I think straight away I'm kind of supposed to think they're brothers. I think they're cousins, and I think it's kind of already trying to start the a whole kind of Cain and Abel thing.
Okay.
Maybe, but they were siblings. But that anyway.
That's solid, and that's a great logic behind it, because you're like, oh, you see the comparisons to the Bible and the biblical stories with like we're building a
already
ship.
been
It's like
happening,
Noah,
yeah.
like we see a lot of yanking from previous religious texts to give context. Yeah. Maybe this is that version of it. So that's your logic is sound. I see where your head's at.
Yeah, I'm kind of surmising a bunch of stuff that we already the way we've seen it before. So that's what my money's on right now.
Perfect. Yeah, solid. And then also we have here that Nephi is bound and the ship is driven back by a terrible tempest. So there's a storm.
Ooh.
We got a lot of stuff.
It's the
happening.
Shakespeare play. It's a good one, actually.
It is very
I quite like it.
All right, sweet action. Let's go ahead and get started. Verse number 1. And it came to pass that they did worship the Lord, and did go forth with me. And we did work timbers of curious workmanship. And the Lord did show me from time to time after what manner I should work the timbers of the ship.
All right, that's a whole verse just to say we worked. We built the ship. We got supplies for the ship.
Yep.
And we built the ship.
Curious workmanship is the kind of driving force of this verse here, in my opinion.
Curious workmanship, hey?
Because the ball, the
You
Leona,
were curious?
the curious balls, right? We saw those with the Liahona.
Bars make you curious, boy.
Curious workmanship, those were classified as well. So we got curious workmanship for balls. We got a curious workmanship for boats.
Cool.
All right. Verse number 2. Now I, Nephi, did not work the timbers after the manner which was learned by men, neither did I build the ship after the manner of men, but I did build it after the manner which the Lord had shown unto me. Wherefore it was not after the manner of men.
Okay, wait, what? So is he trying to say that he's saying that he didn't work it, but then he did say he worked it for the Lord?
So what he's saying is, I didn't build it like how everybody else does, in this manner which was learned by men. Everybody else builds boats this way. I didn't build boats like how normal people build boats. I built it like how God told me. He's very, like...
Oh, yeah. Again, we've said it before, and I shall say it again. Nephi is a sarky bastard. Aren't you? You're such a sarky twat. Literally.
That is one of the most aggressively blasphemous moments we've ever had at the Pot of Great Prize.
But Ian, right, I get it.
That was,
right,
hold
fine.
on, phrase, hold on. It's very up there with shut the fuck up, Nephi. That's what you said in the past before. So there's that too.
All right, maybe I need to watch it.
No,
But,
you don't need to watch it. This is your raw reaction. This is what
This is my raw react. Right, this is my raw reaction.
That's okay.
Because
That's what
I
we're here
don't
for.
think
That's
I'm
what we're here
being
for.
wrong. Like, I'm not being wrong. He is a sarky bastard. You're reading this too. You can see he's a sarky bastard.
Phrase, I know. I've all
No,
these
I'm not
realiza-
talking to you. I'm talking
Oh.
to the people at home, the
Okay.
family.
Sorry,
This
I
is
didn't
how
know
I
where
talk to my
exactly.
kids.
Our eye lines with our camera setup is just a little bit weird, so it did look
know.
like you were pointing right at me, and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it was me pulling
All right, fourth wall.
Ryan Reynolds.
Fourth wall.
Hey,
Guys. All right. Verse number 3. And I, Nephi, did go into the mount oft, and I did pray oft unto the Lord. Wherefore the Lord showed unto me great things.
and where I jerked oft.
So he goes up into the mountain and should have jumped oft. But he went up there all the time. Yeah, so he goes up.
It's his little happy place.
It's his
little
happy
creepy
place.
code. His little incel cave.
His little incel cave to pray to his Lord.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. All right, verse number 4. And it came to pass that after I had finished the ship, according to the word of the Lord, my brethren beheld that it was good, and the workmanship thereof was exceedingly fine. Wherefore they did humble themselves again before the Lord.
So the brothers are saying, like, well done. It's good.
Yeah, they were like,
You did a good job.
nice boat, dude.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It makes that fair enough to him. He did it. He did it with no prior experience. He just kind of
He learned how to make tools.
yes-anded it. We're going back to Nephi yes-anding. The guy's an improv guy.
He's
okay?
he's like
Get him
a,
on whose line.
yeah, he's like a Who's line. He's like Ryan Stiles mixed with the suave of Colin Mockery.
Yeah. And the charisma of Jeffrey Dahmer. He's improving, so fair enough. He just whipped it up together, and they're impressed.
Yeah, they're like,
They
"Dad,
haven't
I
gone
guess."
a bit over the top saying like that's the best this thing, but they've gone, yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, so they're sitting there, they're looking at his brother, and they're like,
So our brother thinks he can build a ship.
right? So, and then now they're like into it. So it's pretty sweet, dude. Verse number 5. And it came to pass that the voice of the Lord came unto my father, and we should arise and go down into the ship. So it's like, all right, all aboard. And then they're all just like, they put on their like little white hats with like the little tassel on the behind it, and they're like all marching like,
And they just kind of they walk like this.
yeah, up the little like ramp, like this from the thing, just like. It's so fun that they're playing boat, you know, like the whole
Yeah.
family's like playing boat and ship. It's like, I'm the
Yeah.
captain, and that's the first mate. Aye, aye, sir. and they're just like having a
in the Navy.
Yep.
What should we do with the drunken sailor?
Yeah, they're all about, dude, they're in the middle. You know how we had that moment in, I know we referenced this last time, but like the part of COVID where we're all into sea shanties, that's where they're at, right?
Yeah, I was a big sucker. Still am. I was listening to sea shanties today.
Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Again, the ocean calls to me, and I don't get why, because I'm in
Calls
the
to
most
everyone.
landlocked town in the entire of the UK.
Yes, but
And-
you're on an island. Island,
yeah,
there
I
is
know.
water associated with island.
I
I'm
just
from the
feel
mountains.
like- Yeah, but I do just feel like I'm the UK's Moana. Okay?
That could be argued. I would say Kate Winslet's character from Titanic is the UK Moana.
Yeah,
No?
all right. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Why
take
not?
it.
All right, fine. We had Nobies earlier, so. Verse
We're comedians.
And it came to pass that on the morrow, after we had prepared all things, much fruits and meat from the wilderness, and honey in abundance, and provisions according to that which the Lord had commanded us, we did go down into the ship, with all our loading and our seeds, and whatsoever thing we had brought with us, every one according to his age. Wherefore we did all go down into the ship, with our wives and our children. So they packed.
So they packed up, and when it said loaded with our seeds, that's got a double meaning.
It
Got a double meaning.
It could be argued. It could be
be
argued that it
argued.
has a double meaning. You know, it could be said, if you could read that again, you could say, like, we did go down into the ship with all of our seed loads and our giant loads with our seed.
There we go.
Loads of seeds.
Loads of them. Loads and loads and loads
Just
of
so
them.
many loads.
Loads.
With their wives and their children. All right. Verse 7, and now my father had begat 2 sons in the wilderness. The elder was called Jacob, and the younger Joseph.
Whoa, wait, had begat 2 sons in the... Wait, isn't he sired them?
Lehi is dad for both. Dude, what do you mean? The guy is just oozing sexual charisma in his tent, just and you're telling me you don't want to be a part of that vibe, and you're like, hey, what does this feel like?
No,
Right?
I'm not surprised.
What do you want to be?
I think
What's going on over here?
I think the more time that's going on, the more I'm realizing that he's Hef or Epstein. I don't know. He's one of those. He's an older
We were talking
fucking
about
sex haver.
double meanings earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be surmised that the word dwelt. If you dwelt in a tent. We've all pitched tents, Fraser. We've all pitched tents. What do you do in a tent? You dwelt.
You dwell.
Maybe Sarai was also doing a little bit of dwelting too, from what I'm concerned.
That's what I was going to say next, because it says now my father. It says nothing about Soraya. He never says my parents. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's with Soraya.
Yes,
I'm hoping.
it is. It is assumed it is Saraya's.
Then why is she not mentioned? Why is he getting all the glory? The father just fucked.
Yeah, the father begats the children. It's not the women. Why would it
What's
be the
begat?
women? Begat
Okay.
means had kid. So begat a child, begat 2
Wow.
sons.
Okay. Right. I didn't know that, but I still don't understand why it's his mum as well. These are his brothers. He's new brothers. I only just realized that. Okay. So
New brothers?
now, so we had 4 brothers. Now we've gone up to 2. So the mutant turtle, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they had the girl turtle who rocked up.
Yeah, Venus de
Remember?
Milo. Yeah.
Yep. But then there wasn't another one, was there?
Mm-mm.
I don't think there ever was. Man,
Nope.
they outnumber TMNT. And still, all boys. Lehi just cranks out boys. He's
Just
had
boys.
6 boys.
There are some other sisters that are talked about at some point, from what I remember. I don't know if we've talked about them before.
Can't remember.
But yeah, so those are, so the brood that we started with, yes, it was the 4 brothers, the Nephi Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Teenage Mutant Nephi Turtles, whatever we call them. And yeah, so it was the 4. And that was the main drivers of the story because they were the ones who were kind of just involved with stuff. But sometimes, like, when you're talking about your family, you don't give context to every single person that was involved with this story that you're telling.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody that was there could, you can lose track. So I see the logic of like only mentioning the ones that were pertinent to the story instead of including everyone.
I'm assuming this. Women do not get any attention at all in this. They never get really named. Soraya gets like the odd one, but every other thing, and it's never done anything. It's very much like, yeah, the wives. They never have Jacob and Joseph, right? They've only just been in the story now, and literally haven't contributed anything. The wives and daughters, they've been there for, it's been chapters now. They never got a little blue hyperlink on their name.
Nope.
Not gonna lie, I think there's a couple of things I am taking away from this here book.
And that's the army of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay,
so
we got Jacob and Joseph.
You are correct. Yeah, there's not a lot of mentioning for the ladies here. We don't really. I mean, why? What's the big deal?
That is a good point, actually. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, So that's just kind of the feeling.
Did you ever watch The Acolyte?
No. Verse 8, and it came to pass after we had all gone down into the ship and had taken with us our provisions and things which had been commanded us, we did put forth into the sea and were driven forth before the wind towards the Promised Land.
The Promised Land?
The Promised Land. So they are off.
They're off.
The bottle of champagne has been swung, right? Yep. So they're off. They're making it happen. They're full blown playing pirate, making it work, sailing the high seas. So
yeah, who's captain? It's going to be Nephi, isn't it? Nephi's going to be the one with the captain hat, steering the wheel.
Yeah. And depending on how, I mean, there's a lot of people who kind of like debate on how the ship was built and what it looks like. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird way to say driven, who would be the one actually at the helm. I don't think they had a big steering wheel kind of thing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because it was made, remember, it was not made by the manner by which it was learned by men. So they don't have that. They don't have the big wheel like we know. It's a new system. It's new. It was invented by God and Nephi, right?
So you can't say like, it looked like a pirate ship or it looked like an armada. It was like, it was a boat.
It was a boat.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a boat.
Super ambiguous.
Yeah.
So is this new way? So we don't even know how it was driven or sailed.
It was done by the man.
My God, what he did, all Nephi did was just take a huge plank of wood, and then God just reached down with his hand and just like a duck in a bath.
Yep.
Just all the way to the Promised Land.
Yep, all the way there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so they're off, they're making it work, and it's they're using driven forth by the wind that they say here. So undoubtedly it had some sort of sail, I would assume. That makes the most sense. It could be assumed that they have some sort of canvas or animal hide to help drive them forth, right? Verse number 9, and after we had been driven forth before the wind for the space of many days, behold, my brethren and the sons of Ishmael, and also their wives, began to make themselves merry, insomuch that they begun to dance and to sing and to speak with much rudeness, yea, even that they did forget by what power they had been brought thither. Yea, they were lifted up into exceeding rudeness.
Right, okay. Look, that chapter, it starts off by talking about how it's driven forth by the wind. Normally, it's kind of like you would cover that and then move on to the next thing. But then it's like, it's going by the wind. It's going up and up and up. They've made themselves merry in so much that they began to dance and sing. They are rejoicing. They've gone insane. They've gone
working out.
Well, are they working out or is it Stockholm Syndrome?
Things are looking up.
You know, like in Beauty and the Beast, when suddenly it's like, I'm scared, be our guest, and then, they're going delirious. They're starting to lose their fucking mind, right? Because all of everything's gone. Now they're just being captured. They've just got to give themselves over to it. But they're look, if we're gonna go down, let's go down smiling, right? Let's just have a good time. They're dancing and singing, but no, you can't have fun. Okay, Nephi has told us, he's taught us, fun. You don't know. You fucking whore. Dancing and singing, you fucking slag.
Yeah,
No. And then he says stop dancing, and they say, oh, come on, and they're like, rudeness.
yeah.
What a prick.
You went through a lot of emotions right there, dude.
It brings it out in me, Chris. Like,
That was
just
impressive. You went on a rant just barely. That was a soapbox moment. That was great. You don't like Nephi.
I don't like him. I don't. I'm not high. I'm just being honest, okay? I don't
glad.
like him.
No, this is good. I'm just wanting to make sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta make sure that we're, like, this is
Chris,
good. This is good.
Genuinely, right, mate? I was thinking this the other day. It really annoys me. I am dying for the day when Mormon missionaries knock on my door and they say, do you want to talk? And I'll be like, get in here now. I got some stuff to talk to you about, right? Can we chat about Nephi? Tell me how do you see him? Okay. What's he? I'm dying to actually have, because I can talk to you, but you and I think the same and you agree with me.
Yeah.
I'm amazed by him.
Yeah, he is a character of one that elicits a lot of emotion, and I think he's an effective character in that sense for you, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's great. I love it. This is really good. It reminds me of that moment, you know, in that scene in Wolf of Wall Street when they're on the yacht and they're trying to get to that next spot, but they're like, hey, there's a storm coming, let's not do it. And he's like, fuck you, we're doing it anyway. He's like, and the ship's like about to capsize. He's like, I'm not gonna die sober, right? Like that's what it reminds me of, because they're thinking the same thing. They're like, dude, let's get going, man. We're dancing, we're singing. We don't know what's gonna happen.
We're on a boat.
We're on
a boat.
Some semblance of a boat. We don't know.
Yeah.
This is a boat, I guess. We're on the water. The wind's blowing.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat. And as they're going, they just suddenly hear the auto-tune spirit of the auto-tune voice of T-Pain. Just go, I'm going past, man. I'm going past.
Yeah, so then, of course...
We make it better.
And then Nephi steps in. He's like, whoa, guys. Remember.
Red in the face. Just
stop having fun. Verse number 10.
Who's that having fun on my boat?
Verse number 10. And I, Nephi, began to fear exceedingly, lest the Lord should be angry with us, and smite us because of our iniquity, and that we should be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. Wherefore I, Nephi, began to speak to them with much soberness. But behold, they were angry with me, saying, we will not that our younger brother shall be a ruler over us. So Nephi steps in. He's like, guys, if you keep on disobeying the Lord's commandments, he's going to send a storm and capsize us.
What are they doing that's disobeying? Like, what is the... They haven't done anything to disobey. They're just having a song and a dance. They haven't done fuck all. They haven't done anything. Like, what are you supposed to... Did you understand what they were doing wrong? Genuine, like, am I losing my fucking mind?
No, you're not. You're feeling everything you should be feeling. And I had to do the work to get to where you're at. You know what I mean? Because I thought Nephi was right.
What? With what?
Phrase, don't ask me that as if, like, I can't have, like, a childhood of people just doing their best to make sure my life is all right by the tenets of their own belief system, right?
Dude,
so let's do that.
I know you and your history. I'm not asking you specific. It was more of like a encompassing, like...
I understand that this is immensely frustrating of a concept to feel like is something to emulate and to think is cool. I get that, right? But I believed it.
Yeah, I know. I know you did. I know you did, and I understand why you did. It's different because it would be you. It's, but yeah, just hearing this now. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Dorks.
So he's really angry at them. What are they supposed to do other than fucking breathe? Has he got a problem with that as well?
I don't know.
What if they whistle? Like,
Yeah, you can't have merry times, dude. Yeah, and he spoke to them with much soberness.
right, okay.
And then, of course, they get pissed. They're like, dude, shut up, man. We're not going to listen to you.
Oh, he would have. If I was on the brothers, he would have been off that boat, gone.
Well, it's funny that you say that. Verse number 11.
No.
And it came to pass that Laman and Lemuel did take me and bind me with cords, and they did treat me with much harshness. Nevertheless, the Lord did suffer it that he might show forth his power unto the fulfilling of his word which he had spoken concerning the wicked. So he gets tied up.
Again, this isn't the first time he's been tied up.
Multiple times.
He's been tied up and bound multiple times. You would think he would fucking learn.
Yeah.
They're being so... To be fair, his brothers, their patience is zen. They have got zen-like patience.
They
It's
are
been
forgiving.
years.
They are
They
forgiving.
are so forgiving.
Yeah.
And he keeps on shitting on them, writing them like they're these horrible bad. Nephi was the one that killed. Nephi was the one that kidnapped. And now Nephi... And they're still putting up with your shit and somewhat going along with it. If they tie you up to put you on the naughty step, right? Just for a day, do some thinking.
Yeah.
What got me here? Come on.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, you're right. Nephi's not getting it. His brothers also, they're kind of one-trick ponies when it comes to disciplining Nephi. They're like, just tie him up.
Yeah. Just tie him up.
Just tie him up. And it's like, well, I guess that works.
Yeah, and then they're harsh to him.
Yeah.
What did they do to him? Like he said something like they were just harsh.
Yeah,
to
they
him.
treated him with much harshness. Yeah, so they probably beat him up a little bit, maybe hit him a few times.
Yeah.
Told
He
him
doesn't want
was
to go
lame.
into it.
Yeah.
Nephi doesn't want to give the details because if he starts trying to give details, it's going to be something stupid like, oh, they chopped both my arms off, and then you'd be like, Nephi, you got both your arms right now, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's just doing it so he hasn't got to prove it.
Yeah, and it is funny that you say chop their arms off, because that is something that we might encounter at some point. Anyway, so
maybe the Book of Mormon is doing something because I somehow keep on being able to somewhat predict something where I was wrong about the brothers. To be fair, I was off with them.
Yep, yeah, we were off for a second, but we've now since learned. So yeah. All right. And it came to pass that after, verse number 12, and it came to pass that after they had bound me insomuch that I could not move, the compass, the Liahona, which had been prepared of the Lord, did cease to work.
Oh, okay.
They tie him
Is
up.
that because God was unhappy? He's bound, so he's going to stop the Liahona working.
Yep.
So now they're out in the middle of the ocean.
Nowhere.
No guide.
They don't know where the GPS ain't working. No signal.
GPS ain't working. Yeah. Uh-oh. Good. That's a good midpoint conundrum.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
twist, right?
Yeah,
Story circle.
okay.
You twist at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Verse number 13. Wherefore they knew not whither they should steer the ship, insomuch that there arose a great storm, yea, a great and terrible tempest, and we were driven back upon the waters for the space of 3 days, and they had began to be frightened exceedingly, lest they should be drowned in the sea. Nevertheless, they did not loose me.
So they're out floating.
They're just
Like
aimlessly
Like
adrift
they're Sandra Bullock.
in... Nice. Wow. Saucy lips there, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, where were we?
We were on how the GPS doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Floating in the middle of the ocean.
But floating, you said Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Floating like Sandra Bullock in Gravity?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out, I was like, it's not Miss Congeniality. It's not Bird Box. It's not The Blind Side.
Oh yeah, she's floating out in sea like the CIA agent who has to go undercover as a beauty pageant. Yeah.
What?
That would be good. No, it's funny. No, it's just it was funny. It was a good joke. It was funny. The image was funny.
Yeah.
No, yeah, in Gravity, she's just kind of out floating,
Yeah. Aimlessly adrift, right?
aimlessly adrift.
So, and this is for 3 days. This storm is cooking for 3 days, and Nephi's just tied up. I'm assuming, it's depicted basically in how we were taught that he's tied up to the mast, right? He's out there,
Okay.
proud as punch. Again, a lot of just like posing. He, again, exceedingly strong, blessed of the Lord, right? So
Yeah.
his pecs are popped.
Shredded.
Right? He's shredded, right? Nephi's just, right?
Oh.
To show you how strong Nephi might be, I'm going to show you a picture here. Let's see if it pulls up. Ooh, there it is.
Ooh. Okay.
So this is a depiction that
Somewhat
was
depiction
in
of the boat.
of the boat. Yeah. So if you think that this is a boat like how people normally would do boats and how that might look familiar, you're wrong, because that's a god boat right there. So
It looks like it does look like a boat that I have seen.
well.
Just looking at it with my eyes.
Sure, but then again, this is an artist's depiction, so it's hard. It's hard. We
course.
can't even conceptualize
course.
how it could be, right?
We've got
So
a dude wearing Santa Claus's hat, right?
That-
there leaning off.
that right here, that's
And we have
Lehi.
Santa Claus. And there's the hat, and that's Sariah. Oh,
Sariah
look, there's
here.
a little kid. So I'm going to assume that that's one of Jacob or one of the new ones.
right? And it's assumed that this handsome fella right here, that's Nephi. Look at those arms.
Oh, that's the dude he's dressed as Shrek.
That's Nephi.
Ah,
Yeah.
he
So I
doesn't
don't know
look
if it's
that
Laman
young.
or
He does
Lemuel
look pretty. He
or
does look pretty
Zoram
strong.
and the other friends and stuff. But yeah, look at that. See this guy right
Uh-huh.
here?
Yeah. Oh, and
That's
he's got the Leona right there.
Leahona is right there,
Damn.
right?
Cool.
Yeah. Pretty sweet, huh?
It's pretty sweet. I quite like seeing these.
Yeah, they're pretty
Fine.
solid.
Yeah.
So that was like a page in the Book of Mormon, like when you got
Oh,
like
that's
a week.
actually in the Book of Mormon.
So it's not like it was okay. So just to make sure that we're on the same page, the Book of Mormon, as in the physical copy that you would get, it's
Yeah.
like a page in there as like an assisted type of thing. But as
Yeah.
far as it wasn't like a picture that was actually in the Book of Mormon when Joseph Smith was translating.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking because I was like, But in like, if you were to pick up a copy today,
Yeah, it might be in there. It's likely in there.
cool,
Yeah.
nice,
So
nice. We need pictures.
it helps out. All right. Exceeding rudeness. Got that taken care of. All right. And then, okay. So, yeah, they were driven back, but for the space of 3 days, this storm is going bonkers, right? Mm-hmm. And on the fourth day, which we had been driven back, the tempest began to be exceedingly sore. A sore tempest. Kind of like, ow. I can't even, oof. I did too much. Like, right? So the storm's just sitting there. The storm's got a crick in its neck. It's like, ow. I slept wrong last night.
3 days
Yeah, seriously.
of just
Yeah.
makes me sore.
Makes me sore. Verse 15. And it came to pass that we were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. They're about to capsize. And after we had been driven back upon the waters for the space of 4 days, my brethren began to see that the judgments of God were upon them, and that they must perish, save they should repent of their iniquities. Wherefore they came unto me, and loosed the bands which were upon my wrists. And behold, they had swollen exceedingly, and also mine ankles were much swollen, and great was the soreness thereof.
He does love torture porn, doesn't he?
He likes
Look how he was describing like the soreness of like how he was bound.
just so
He-
swollen.
Again, breezes over lots of stuff, but he wants to get detailed. He is a little Mel Gibson. I know we said Mel Gibson would play a good Lehi, but he is a good little Mel Gibson because all of Mel Gibson's films, like someone's getting tortured, like Passion of the Christ. It's just a dude getting tortured.
Passion of the Price.
Passion of the Price.
Passion of the God of Great Price. Passion of the Pot of Great Price. You and me both play Jesus.
We both play Jesus. That'd be sick.
Funny. Or I play the cross and you play Jesus. You just tied.
Oh,
to
that'd
the
be a
back
good
front.
picture. Yeah. Oh, that'd be sick. We should do that next time we see each other. That's how we should sleep. But we anyway. Yeah, he gets as soon as he can talk about torture and stuff. Yeah, like he wants to talk about that. So,
Yeah.
but now the brothers French are finally going. It's been 4 days of this. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that we've tied up Nephi.
Yeah, so they're like, you know what, we gotta get him loose. Man, fire's having a
I
tough
said
day.
the temperature's dropped, so it's
Yeah.
putting out my fire.
It's okay. No, we have the equipment, we have the knowledge, we have the skill to make sure that we're staying nice and warm. So it's all good. No
Yeah.
worries.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nephi has been loosed from his brothers. His brothers are like, man, this storm's getting gnarly. We're about to have this boat tip over. Let's get him loose. Verse number 16. Nevertheless, I did look unto my God, and I did praise him all the day long. So the whole day. All day. The whole damn day. Nephi
The whole
is
damn day.
worship, praise, 24/7, just into
No
praising
singing.
God. Yeah.
No dancing. No jokes. No banter. No rudeness.
No rudeness.
Just
and
pray.
And I did not murmur against the Lord because of mine afflictions, and I didn't complain about it.
Also, that forgives everything else. Okay.
Yep. Verse number 17. Now my father Lehi had said many things unto them, and also unto the sons of Ishmael. But behold, they did breathe out much threatenings against anyone. Sorry. Breathe out much threatenings is so dumb.
Breathe out much threatenings, as in to threaten.
To threaten.
For one to threaten.
For one to have fighting words. So dumb.
You've frozen.
I know. I'm going to get my battery changed. God, we're falling apart. Huzzah. All right. Yeah, so breathe out much threatenings is just like talking shit.
Yeah.
You know? It's just a dumb thing to say. That's just
Talking
so...
breeze, fam.
Yeah. Breathe out much threatenings against anyone that should speak for me. And my parents being stricken in years, and having suffered much grief because of their children, they were brought down, yea, even upon their sick beds. So they had regular beds, but they also had sick beds. And you don't want to ever be on a sick bed, because if you're on a sick bed, man, you're ill, dude. Like, you're sick. You're real sick. You got COVID. That's 600 BC, dude.
That's where we keep the sickness, over there on the boat. I made a whole
There's
bed.
a
If
whole
you're ever sick,
sick
there's
bed.
a bed there for that.
Sick bed. Go there if you're sick.
Sick bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're feeling sick, go there. If you're not feeling sick, don't go on it.
Yeah, it's
Don't go
very
on it.
simple math. I don't know. This is from the Lord, by the way, not the manner of men. So
No, you're being judged.
I do like that.
Every time
idea.
you go on the sick bed, there is a point against you, and it will affect your overall point system, whether you get into the kingdom of heaven or not. So just
That's definitely how Nephi feels about it. Yeah, it's like keeping track. He
that's
has
exactly how Nephi feels
he's got a
about
clipboard.
it.
He's like, well, Laman and Lemuel, you were thinking about going onto the sick bed, so that's a mark against you. Right? And then
We didn't even go on it. You thought
Well,
it.
you thought you were going
How
to.
did you know? Just
Yeah, so, also his mom and dad being stricken in years. They're really old. Also, Sarai kicked out 2 more boys.
I know, and she's
So that's
an old.
at least 18 months,
Ah.
right? So, and she's up in age, right? So she's cranking out kids at that age. She's not feeling great. So it makes sense that she would be on her sick bed. So
Yeah, good.
I
As
do
long
like
as she's resting.
I do like the idea of having a separate sick bed and then regular bed. And then when people are like, wait, Nephi, hold on. Why do you have like a sick bed and then a regular bed? And he's like, oh my God, so dumb. Why? This is not by the manner which was learned by men. And he's just like,
And they're like, what? And he's like,
it was taught to
"That's
me
what
by the
you say
Lord,
when you're
okay?
sick. That's if you don't. Just
Oh,
yeah, but why? But how did you? Where is that? I've never. What's so difficult about it? No,
Like-
Nephi, it's just that I've never seen it before. Like I've never heard of it. Like, why are you asking? God told me that's cool. That's an answer.
so
but-
he's so just like upset that people don't see the brilliant
Yeah.
logic, and he's just inconvenienced by them asking questions.
He's just amazed why. Like, why is it so difficult?
Yeah. Verse 18, because of their grief and much sorrow and the iniquity of my brethren, they were brought near even to be carried out of this time to meet their God. Yea, their gray hairs were about to be brought down to lie low in the dust. Yea, even they were near to be cast with sorrow into a watery grave.
What? Well, are they? Is that on about the parents?
They're getting so sick that they're about to die.
And they're old. They're starting to get so old and sick.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Happens fast.
but that was we know it happens fast, but he gave them a send off there. When Ishmael died.
Mhm.
He didn't put any flair or anything.
And it
Fair
came
enough
to
if
pass
that's
that
just
Ishmael
how it
died.
was.
Yeah.
But that was quite beautiful. You know, their grey hairs were about to be brought down as they lie into the dust. Yet, like it's slow. It's emotional. It's fairly, you know. I can't speak.
Poetic?
It's poetic. It's poetic.
Mhm.
Yeah. So he's got it in him.
Yeah.
So that's when it really starts to show how he feels about certain people. Ishmael, now we know for certain it was definitely him that killed him because
didn't
he
care.
didn't give a fucking shit.
Oh, yeah, no.
He did
Ishmael,
not give
and it came to
two
pass.
shit.
Yeah, and it came to pass that Ishmael died at the hands of myself. Right? But then, yeah, no, with his parents, of course, it's parents. It's Lehi and Sariah. Like, you know, their gray
Yeah.
hairs, you know, they're about to lie low down to the dust, you know, watery grave.
Again, haven't got a problem with how he wrote that. It's very, very nice. It's
Yeah.
just he's revealing more of himself than he's aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're getting old, and it's getting to be a problem to the point where they might die. Verse 19.
Yeah.
And Jacob and Joseph also, being young, having need of much nourishment, were grieved because of the afflictions of their mother, and also my wife with her tears and prayers, and also my children did not soften the hearts of my brethren that they would loose me.
And also, my wife.
My wife.
Hey. So when he said my wife, that's Nephi saying his own wife, right?
Yes.
Still doesn't give her a fucking name.
No.
Still doesn't give her. She's even got a hyperlink, and her hyperlink is my wife. Okay, Jacob and Joseph, two children that aren't going to do anything, can't even name his own wife.
Nope.
Dude.
They went to the land of Shazer. There was the land of
Okay.
Irianton, right? So he's able to name things easily,
Yeah, he can name things, just not women.
just not women. Why do they need to
Okay.
name, right?
Right, missionaries, come to my house. We need to have a conversation because
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so they were getting sick. The storm's getting nuts, right? And there was nothing save it were the power of God which threatened them with destruction could soften their hearts. Wherefore, when they saw that they were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea, they repented of the thing which they had done, insomuch that they loosed me.
they let him go.
They let him go.
Good.
So yeah, they're like, you know what? You win, Nephi. I don't want to die. I don't want to have mom and dad die. My wife is complaining like crazy. Let's. My wife, I can't remember her name, but she's driving me up a wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those loosed, so that way we can move forward here.
Yeah. Okay, so after all that time, so it took him 4 days. So 4 days he was tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I don't know if they fed him, but he's probably covered in his own piss and shit as well.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He was probably staying hydrated because of all the water that was hitting him in the face. So that means that he was at least
Salty, though.
peeing. He was still
Very
peeing though.
dehydrated. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And it came to pass that after they had loosed me, behold, I took the compass, and it did work whither I desired it. And it came to pass that I prayed unto the Lord, and after I had prayed, the winds did cease, and the storm did cease, and there was a great calm. So the storm stopped. The moment they loosed him up,
Straight
it's
away.
like he grabs the thing, the weather clears. This is the sign from God, like, thank you guys, don't touch my baby boy Nephi. That's what, yeah.
It's really annoying now because now, I mean, they can't tie him up. They've now seen what happens
There's
when they do.
so many times they tie him up, things go bad for them.
Yeah,
Once they loose him, then they're fine. So,
the timing is brilliant.
Yeah.
The dude is Nephi. His superhero is timing.
yeah.
He's very good at that. But yeah. So I mean, that's it now. He's got to be captain. What Nephi says goes till we get to the Promised Land.
Exactly. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, did guide the ship, and we sailed again towards the Promised Land. So you nailed it.
The Promised Land.
He's the Promised Land. We got him all the way up to the top. He's at the helm. He's the captain. He's guiding. And it came to pass that after we had sailed for the space of many days, we did arrive at the Promised Land. And we went forth upon the land, and we did pitch our tents, and we did call it the Promised Land.
The Promised Land.
The Promised Land is here. They arrived.
Promised Land.
They made it. Finish line.
They made it.
Done did it, dude. They have
In one verse. It just took them one verse that they got there.
Right?
But they made it. So they touched ground. So the Promised Land is the red, white, and blue.
The red, white, and blue, baby.
America.
America.
This is you.
This is you, the Promised Land.
They step off that there boat. They touch one foot on freedom.
And it
They
is-
take their step and they breathe it in and they say, "Oh, mama, I'm gonna go get me a turkey leg. Yeehaw. I'm going to Disney World."
Yeah, that's the first thing that they said when they stepped down in wherever they landed in the Promised Land. It was like,
Yeah.
the future world's over there, I think. Like, yeah.
Where was it they would have touched that? Would they have touched down first? Do they know? Did they?
Yeah, it's said somewhere in Central America, I think. That's kind of, there's...
Well, they can't touch down in Central America. Well, not Central America, sorry. I mean, like, what in... So, wait, where?
Central America, so...
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
so
yes,
there's
in
North
Central
America,
America, but for
North
some
Amer-
reason, when you said Central America, my stupid head was thinking, like, the Midwest.
Fucking Kansas.
And I was like, how... Yeah, I was like, how the hell... That's why I was like, Chris, are you... I'm being dumb. Sorry, I realized...
You thought
Stupid idiot.
said, yeah, they touched
No,
Central
no,
America.
I know
They
it's
just, like,
not. I know it's
they
not just
got
that you
to
said
the
it.
water, saw the land, and then the boat took off in the air. They haven't touched
And
down
it
yet.
landed.
And then they sailed all the way to Topeka and then fucking landed. God damn it, that's fucking...
I know that's not, but that's how I heard it at the start.
so funny.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not. So,
So
yeah,
Mexico,
somewhere in Central America.
Panama,
Yeah,
near
yeah,
the
yeah.
Caribbean and stuff. That's kind of where it's assumed that there was a lot of Nephite activity
I
and all
know.
that stuff. So, yeah. Verse 24. And it came to pass that we did begin to till the earth, and we began to plant seeds. Yea, we did put all our seeds into the earth, which we had brought from the land of Jerusalem. And it came to pass that they did grow exceedingly, wherefore we were blessed in abundance. So they planted crops, and it started to work out great. And it came to pass that we did find upon the land of promise, as we journeyed in the wilderness, that there were beasts in the forest of every kind, both the cow and the ox, and the ass and the horse, and the goat.
Hang on. And all that ass.
And the ass.
I tell you what, the Promised Land has. They have ass.
It has, has beasts of
Look at
every
that cow and
kind.
that ox. Look at the ass on that horse.
And the goat, and the wild goat, and all manner of wild animals, which were for the use of men. And we did find all manner of ore, both of gold, and of silver, and of copper. And that's the end of the chapter.
That's the end of the chapter. Okay, I gotta say it's a very good image of the U.S. of America.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Central
Promised
America.
Land. We're there. They've arrived.
Yeah, they arrive and straight away they have all manner of beasts.
Yeah.
Beasts.
Also, really quick, we've seen the timestamp on every single intro to these chapters, right? How it has kind of an about, right? So this one for today is about 590. Let's see what it is here. 591 to 589 BC. And the horse, funnily enough, was not native to the Americas until the Spanish conquistadors brought them over via their boats.
Really?
That is true. So,
Wait. So there were no horses?
no.
I kind of thought horses were just everywhere. Everywhere would have wild horses. There was no horses until the Spanish brought them in?
Nope.
Okay, so then
So,
that's wrong.
in my journey through this process of, realizing that Nephi's a sarky bastard, is that I saw that, and I remember reading just like in those eyewitness books where it's like just pictures of like armor and like catapults and pirate and like spy stuff. I don't know if you guys had that. It was a very popular thing in America, but anyway, so you know what I'm talking about. There was this thing about like exploration, and I remember reading in there that it said like when the Spanish brought horses to America, and I remember no, because it says in the Book of Mormon they were already here. The horses were already here because in First Nephi it talks about it. I remember that.
Huh.
And I was like, and I was a little kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
the first seed of doubt. They're planting seeds and how it's growing in abundance. My seed of doubt got planted with that. It was one of the first times where I was like, wait a second.
This might.
Yeah.
And if it's wrong on this, what else?
Yeah, and the explanation, which is really funny, is people have clocked this, and they've asked people in Mormonism, missionaries, all that stuff, and they talk about how maybe it was possible that the characters used in the ancient Reformed Egyptian that Joseph Smith was using on these brass plates when he was translating meant tapir instead of a horse. Do you know what a tapir is?
I didn't think so.
Let's go ahead and pull up tapir just to...
I mean, you probably show me and I'll go, oh yeah, a tapir. And we have some stupid name for it.
Yeah, so let me make sure. Pulling it up here. Was a good photo? There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the Book of Mormon, but then share my other screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is what they mean by tapir.
They thought that was a horse.
Yeah.
How big are they? It doesn't look that big.
No, it's like the size of a large pig. Maybe like a...
Much like a horse, I guess.
Yeah.
Much like a horse.
Yeah.
That's what they saw. They turned up. That's what cowboys could have been riding this entire time.
Could you imagine? How sick would that be?
It's just squealing.
Yeah, they're delivering mail via the Tapir Express.
Yeah.
Like, yeehaw!
Yeah.
They're like, dude, rodeos, you have to, like, buck in tapirs, dude.
Because they're small as well, you have to, like...
Yeah, get on top of them. Right?
I bet they're tasty. Looking at that, I can see in that picture there, it looks like his...
It might be something that you can eat. Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
But he, I bet they probably taste good. They look like they taste like pork.
Yeah, it's very pork looking.
Yeah. Much like your mum.
What would be... it's time for that time, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's favorite section. It is...
Fraser's Final Thoughts.
What do you got for me, pal?
Final thoughts. Good chapter. It was again. It would have been a very good. At the end of every single chapter, I kind of imagine what that episode, if the whole Book of Mormon was a series, what that episode looked like. That's a good episode. That had a very good beginning, middle, and end of like boat being built, getting the boat on, sailing the boat, things going bad, things going worse, things going okay, and they're there. So it has got a good story. He didn't really repeat himself too much on that one.
No,
A lot of
not.
exceedingly's. Yeah, no, the story was really good, but the dude is misogynistic. The dude does not
Why acknowledge?
recognize
Didn't even
women
acknowledge.
other than his mum.
Yeah.
That's a huge final thought I've got coming away from that, is noticing just how much that they're not even worth having names.
Yeah.
Women, it's crazy. But so yeah, but made the way to the Promised Land. Boat looked good. The Lahona is doing their thing. Lehi and Sarona, so they've already, or Saraya, sorry, Lehi and Saraya. He's already kind of planted seeds that they're probably gonna die soon, because they didn't die, did they?
No, it was part of like God's tempest in a way. Like their sickness was brought on by Laman and Lemuel and companies, merriment and
Right.
revelry and rebelliousness that brought on the sickness, from what it can be surmised as. Like the storm comes, they get sick, they're about to die, it's getting real bad, it's 4 days in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they but they are still alive, which is good. Which is good. But he yeah, no, a good chapter. We're finally in America.
We're
We're in
here.
America. We're out of Jerusalem.
We're
now.
out
Jerusalem.
of the Middle East.
The Middle East's gone.
They sailed all the way, many days. Many days.
Yeah, they're having a great time. They were playing pirate. And Nephi, again, being bossy. But they got there. To be fair, Nephi was the one that got them there.
Yeah.
Like he said he was going to get them there, he got them there. He was the only one who's going to do it, so he's done it. But we don't even know if the Promised Land is any better than Jerusalem right now.
Yeah, we don't know.
We have no idea. And they probably didn't even know it was that. They probably just said Promised Land and just went, and then they hit the US, and then they were just like, well, there it is. Here we go.
The first place they landed was the Promised Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course it was, yeah.
They sent it. They went from the Red Sea, well, nearby the borders adjacent to the Red Sea, and then they went all the way to America, and they planted the seeds. They saw tons of ass, just ass, just everywhere, and
horses. Now, that's really interesting about the horses
about the
thing.
tapir and stuff. Yeah, and so it's funny. There's this kind of cultural thing now that ex-Mormons kind of identify themselves with the image of a tapir. It's kind of like a nod to the inconsistencies of
That's
Mormon archaeology compared to actual archaeology and that kind of thing. So, yeah.
That's cool. That's really interesting.
A little tidbit, huh?
That's,
Yeah.
Nice little tidbit. And again, the fact that it is time stamped, and this is all supposed to be, the word and everything, and then that's something that's like provably not right, is very interesting. So
Yeah.
now it's interesting in a different way. So yeah, buzzing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was First Nephi chapter 18.
Yes,
Hope you
indeed.
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
That was a great chapter. And if you enjoyed it, guys, go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe and a follow and all that stuff. You wouldn't think that matters, but in this world that we live in, it does. If you guys want to come see me do stand-up, I'm going to be in Oak Harbor on Thursday, and then in Spokane on Sunday. And then, dude, I got a fun thing to talk about real quick. We have the Funny Bee coming up soon, dude. It's on the 27th. It's this show where it's basically a comedian-infused spelling bee game show that I've been working on for the last few weeks now, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be in Post Falls. If you're listening from that area, or if you're from New Zealand and you're like, where's Post Falls? I need to take a vacation. Where am I going to go? Post Falls. Okay? It's going to be a great time. We'll speak.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I helped Chris bounce around some ideas. It's there's some really fun,
It's going to
really
be
fun
sick.
things. And so yeah.
And then, two, if you are thinking, like, who should I talk to about this podcast? Who can I, yank over, grab their attention, and speak the truth of our gospel here at the Pot of Great Price? Here's a few suggestions. When you are riding a Lime scooter, right? And then there's people who are walking like, it's a group of like maybe 4 friends, right? And they're not really moving. They're all standing like and walking shoulder to shoulder, and they're not really letting you pass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're in the way. They're blocking. They're blocking.
Right? Go up to the largest one, okay? Whatever is the biggest one, they're likely the alpha.
Your mum.
And if it's a group of women, go towards the hottest one. She's the alpha. And so go up to one of them, establish dominance, whip your lime scooter into their shin, and say, out of the way, gotta preach about pot of great price. And they're like, what even is that? And then you just go, follow them on Spotify and YouTube, bitch. And then you skestoodle away, dude.
And then you're part of the same community, you know?
Yeah.
Then you can be with the hot girls. You know,
Exactly.
part of that community.
Yeah.
That's
So that's our suggestion. But do that, but then don't tell us about it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it.
Like we've always said, call the cops on our podcast.
Go on, do it.
So,
Do it.
otherwise, guys, toodaloodle.